Just like that, we're back. Views from Section 400 podcast. Matt, Jack, and Brian bringing you another action-packed episode of the show. We're back. Elephant in the room. I have power. We're ready to rock and roll. It's been a long week. I took the weekend to recover, and looking forward to a great show back at 100% here.
Yeah, I'm glad you have power again. Last week you've been the living embodiment of that I'm straight up not having a good time meme. So I'm glad you're having a better time now.
5 days, man. If you don't have to use Pico, don't. That's my word of the day, my advice of the day. Don't use them as an energy supplier because of 5 days, 100 degrees. Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But yeah, happy to be back. And like I said, looking forward to a electric show here.
Somehow not the worst look the state of Pennsylvania has had this past week.
Nope, somehow not that.
Brian, how was your weekend, bud?
I had a good weekend. Started a new job. Had some fun. So it's always good.
Nice. You want to tell us about that new job or no?
Yeah, I'm going to be producing some shows for SiriusXM Fantasy Sports. So any of you listeners out there of satellite radio, you can call in and probably get to talk to me on the phones before you ask the host their questions.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on SiriusXM, but maybe I'll get it and just call into that show and ask for Brian Houck by name. That'd be pretty cool. So
it'd be me answering the phone. So then you're just going to make me laugh.
I think the SiriusXM job opens up a new avenue for potential guests on the show down the line. So stay tuned for Mr. Brian Houck and what he can wheel up there in the world of XM radio.
Shout out XM.
It's a good tease. We got football season coming up.
You never know what you can wheel and deal over there, dude. It's SiriusXM radio.
I'm already wheeling and dealing some mock drafts, on the Sleeper app. Got some drafts coming up this season. I'm gonna be locked and loaded, ready to take down Brian in our college league again. Coming off of a championship last year. We're looking forward to another one.
It was a rebuilding year, as you would see from my group we named last year. But another league we'll be going back and forth in that'll be coming up soon. We got to figure out a draft date for our fantasy league, where we're going to have some fans involved. It'll be us three. It'll be Zach. It'll be Will. And we need however many fans we want to do, 10 team, 12 team.
Get on board. I'm thinking a 12 team. We're packing this thing. It's going to be a very, very hot list to get on. 12 teams, make it more available, get more of you guys in here. That's what we're here for. I say the 12-man league all day long. We're already taking up 4 spots.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5 spots.
Yeah. So we'll need 7 fans, yeah. Yeah, first come, first serve. We'll put out more details as we go.
Maybe do a competition. Something's got to be on the cards. But we got to drop this soon, right? Because it's right around the corner. We got to get drafted, and we got to make sure we have this locked up and create a couple fun prizes for it. But I something interesting you said there. I know we're dragging this open on Brian, but again, you said for the college rebuilding fantasy team, it was a rebuilding year. You also said the Mets are in a rebuilding year. So I'm starting to think that every team you root for is just in this perennial rebuild.
As soon as I said that, well, the thought came in my head, and then I was like, do I even want to say this out loud? Because I know Matt's going to connect the dots to me talking about the Mets.
I mean, it's just perennial over here. Rebuild. Not every time they're bad. It's under a rebuild. Whether it's fantasy or real life.
What Jack doesn't say is I won the league the year before, so I just had to rebuild it up a little bit, give another person a chance to win, and then
he's got a long story.
Did you win the year right before I just won?
I did. Technically, it was the year DeMar Hamlin died, so the last game didn't count.
Right. And who'd you play in that final?
It was the Battle of the Bryans. I played Brian that spells his name wrong.
Brian with a Y. Wow. Okay. So that's that's definitely a championship with an asterisk at the most.
Yeah, I said there was an asterisk.
Okay.
It still doesn't take away the fact I got it.
Either way, a lot of rebuilds coming out of the Howe camp. A lot of rebuilds coming out of there.
Haven't even talked about the Giants.
Why don't we get into what everybody actually came here for, and that's Mike and Week and the rest of the loaded show we got here for everybody else.
Yeah, before we do that, this show, like our last show, is sponsored by our number one sponsor, SeatGeek. Whether you're going to a ball game up in Section 400 this summer, chugging beers on the lawn at a concert, or living it up in a suite, SeatGeek is the premier ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. Their one-of-a-kind platform makes browsing for the best deals easy, and you know we love great deals up in Section 400 by giving you a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to know if you're getting the best bang for your buck. All of you up in the nosebleeds can use code VIEWS from 400 to get $20 off your first purchase. Again, that's code VIEWS from 400 at checkout, $20 off your first purchase.
I say it every time. You use our code, go get a free tall boy at the game.
Yep, I'll be using it next weekend.
Hell yeah. Thanks for that, Brian. SeatGeek official sponsor of Why was that so funny?
So I think we're all kind of out of it tonight.
I'm so out of it right now.
I mean, that was pretty hilarious. Like one of my gym mans thanking you on the fourth green, thanking Dottie after a putt. Thanks, Dottie. We're gonna head back over to 7.
Thanks, Doris.
It's like you just gave like a David Aldridge like
yeah, the 2K thank you, David. Oh my god. We're never gonna get through this show.
Dial in, boys. We gotta dial in.
We got a long show
that
ahead of
ad
us.
read is so long, I just got lost in it.
I looked at Jack at one point and he was like staring at me, and I was like, "Oh God, I still have 3 sentences left."
So, Mike of the Week, presented by Views from Section 400 and SeatGeek. We'll jump right into it. Jack, I haven't picked on you in a while, man. Why don't you start us off with a little Mike of the Week action here?
Yeah, Matt, I'd be happy to. It's we're always talking about players and longevity. We're talking about like LeBron or Tom Brady, Frank Gore. Well, I got another one for you. There's a man. He was drafted by the Jaguars in 2006, coming back for his 19th season. Brian, you know who it is?
Yeah, the tight end down there.
Yeah, Mercedes Lewis. Drafted in 06 by the Jags. He was with us for 12 years before he went over to Green Bay. And now he's going to play in Chicago for his 19th season. I mean, dude, in 06, I was fucking 8 years old. It was I'm just shocked that he's been playing football for this long. And just absolutely surprised me when I saw that he was coming back for yet another year. He played all 17 games last year. He didn't start all 17, but he played in all 17 games last year for the Bears. So it's just a crazy thing that happened today that I saw.
Yeah, the fact
that's a tough position to play for that long. I really hope his mental health is okay in 10 years.
He seems like he's still there. I don't know.
It's a lot of hard hits for a long time. He's good now. You never know what happens in 10 years.
Well, he was never really. I guess he was. Did he ever make a Pro Bowl? I mean, he was good, but like he was never good enough. He was never good enough to where he was like catching 60 passes and taking those kind of hits every year.
No, yeah, he was never like a high volume guy. He made one Pro Bowl.
He was a run blocker though. I mean, it's still physical contact.
Yeah, I guess. You're not using your head.
It's a position where you don't see guys playing fucking 17, 18 years at.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised his knees have held up. Like his lower body, and that's crazy. How old is he?
Shout out Mercedes Lewis though. How old is he?
Gotta be like 40.
Yeah, he's played since 2006, so he's probably 23.
He's 40. He's 40.
Okay. Yeah.
And
wild.
Not to take this down a dark path, but shout out Jacoby Jones' piece. He just passed away. Old receiver for the Ravens. I think he won a Super Bowl with them with Flacco. But yeah, he just passed away at the age of 40, and we have Mercedes Lewis still playing. So just really goes to show you never know. Everybody is unique in their own right.
Yeah, that totally wasn't my Mike of the Week, by the way.
That's where I thought Jack was going when he was talking about.
That's what I thought. So I was already ready to pivot. Then he didn't do it, and then he just fucking had to keep rambling on there and spits out.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder, Matt. My bad.
Well,
I mean,
you got anything to add?
yeah, I guess we'll do a joint Mike in a week here. Jack already drops it. I was going to go with Jacoby Jones, but hey, look, nothing like a quick Mike in a week segment, combining them both together and moving on. But yeah, Jacoby Jones dying shocked me just because I remember the miracle in Denver that propelled them to the Super Bowl on the back of Joe Flacco. We know how much I love Joe Flacco if you watch the NFL season last year. The Mile High miracle they had, just crazy Hail Mary-esque type play. And then the kick return in the Super Bowl. I mean, they won the title. He definitely had a pretty solid big hand in doing that. Shocked to see Jacoby Jones pass away, apparently peacefully overnight with his family. Didn't find much on how he died, but yeah, 40 years old, dead, remember him very, very, very vividly from that Super Bowl era team on the Ravens. So condolences to the family. Kind of at a loss of words. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, super sad story. And he was coaching football, and I think he was about to be a coordinator for a new indoor football league team or something. But yeah, just super sad.
Well, it's weird though. I mean, is it bad to speculate on what might have happened to this guy? Like, did he have a prior illness? Overdose situation? Was he battling addiction? Was it suicide? I mean, what happened to this guy?
Yeah, Matt, I really don't know. I was trying to find out some more information because I saw the same thing you did. He died peacefully overnight in sleep, and that's written. And obviously, I saw things about how the family's asking for privacy, and you got to respect that. So I don't really know, but definitely sad to see.
Definitely sad to see. Brian, any kind of reactions on that? I mean, that was right in your heyday of childhood watching football. I mean, we were playing Madden 13 with Colin Kaepernick when they made that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't want to. I've been roasted enough the last couple of weeks on this podcast, but I'll bring it up again. I was a huge Ray Rice fan, so I did like those Ravens teams, and we all know about his elevator incidents, but. Yeah, Jacoby Jones catching that bomb in Denver and having the kick return, like you mentioned. Like, yeah, great memories of him. Great memories of Flacco. That team was incredible. And they remind me a lot of the Giants, the way they played. And Jacoby Jones was a great player. Like I said, he was trying to make a career out of coaching. So it's a shame.
It really is a shame.
And you know what, Brian? I'm not going to let you, die on that hill alone. I'll join you. I was a big Ray Rice guy up until what happened. So if anybody's going to give you shit, they're going to give me shit too. I was a big Rutgers football guy growing up.
See, I think a great Instagram post, would be Brian in quotations. I loved Ray Rice, and then it's Brian talking Jacoby Jones' death, and then below it, Jack saying, "I also loved Ray Rice." Jack on Jacoby Jones' death. And not leaving Brian out to dry.
If you made the social media post, that's exactly what it would say. But I know Brian's not going to do that.
Brian's not going to let that fly, but that would be hilarious. And honestly, isn't that bad?
It's really not that bad.
And I think it would be hilarious.
Oh, man.
I don't know, something to think about. We got a lot of time to think about that, but that would be a good one. Brian, Mike in a week here. Wrap us up here as Jack and I just kind of double teamed it there, and you can send us home here with the Mike in a week.
On a lighter note, the NBA is back up to its shenanigans. They renamed the in-season tournament. It is now called the Emirates NBA Cup.
Really?
The Emirates
NBA Cup.
I mean, I kind of like that better than the other name, man.
You like it because it sounds like a soccer trophy.
I guess.
They renamed it, and I guess they changed the dates. Instead of the semifinals on a Thursday and the championship on a Saturday, it's going to be a Tuesday semifinal and a Thursday championship the week before Christmas. So they're staying away from.
Are they still doing it where they change the quarter round for the in-season games?
Yeah, they just announced the groups, so they'll have the groups again and all the.
What are the groups? So they don't have them set. They just are going to do it like that again.
Yeah, I could go through them if you really want to hear them.
I mean, not particularly.
I was gonna say, I
Well,
don't think you really care.
Brian's the one who already gave out his future for the play-in tournament. Excuse me, the Emirates NBA
NBA
Cup.
Cup.
So I mean, if you want to read out the groups, I can give you my future. Or like Matt said, we don't need to do that right now.
Yeah, I'll just say the Kings.
I
who
mean, he's
gave
already
out-
got him pulled up. You might as well let the guy go.
All right, we'll go through it quick. West Group A is the Timberwolves, the Clippers, who have a new logo now that looks stupid. The Kings, the Rockets, and the Trailblazers. So I'm not too worried about that group. Then you have West Group B of the Thunder, the Suns, the Lakers, the Jazz, and the Spurs. And if Wemby takes that leap next year, that could be a pretty disgusting group. West Group C, you have the Nuggets, the Mavericks, the Pelicans, the Warriors, and the Grizzlies. Could be another good group with Ja coming back. Then you go to the East. It's the same East Group A as last year. The Knicks, Magic, Sixers, Hornets, and Nets. East Group B, is this the same shit? No, it's slightly different. Each Group B is Bucks, Pacers, Heat, Pistons, Raptors, and East Group C is Celtics, Cavaliers, Bulls, Hawks, and Wizards.
Wait, who are the Sixers with?
The Knicks, the Magic, the Hornets, and the Nets.
That'll be a fun one. Yeah, wow.
I think the only big takeaway there is the Celtics got a cakewalk group.
I could see the Grizzlies going try hard with John Morant coming back and like somehow be in headlines.
I'm sticking with my Kings.
If John Morant's healthy and playing, I think the Grizzlies will somehow make a run at this.
Yeah, I don't know how like NBA players really view this. Like a real contender, like do they give a hat like for the NBA title? Do they give like half a fuck about this? I mean, I guess the Lakers kind of proved that last year that they do, but
You get an extra
think they
cash
care.
incentive for winning.
Yeah, I think they
yeah,
care.
I don't know, man. Fuck it, give me the Knicks and the power of friendship.
Is that your official future?
Sure.
All right.
Pumped up, you gave a future out very early.
Yeah, call this one Mickey Mouse. I fucking dare you.
Brian's fired up for this one, dude.
Yeah, well, your other future just lost if you want to get into that. Unfortunately.
What, we talking tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out our boy Steve-O. He loves that man Alcaraz. And I know he just beat my guy Novak.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. Not even close. Big day for Spain.
Wasn't even close.
Big day for Spain.
Big day for Spain. If he took him in a double parlay, it's probably some good payout.
Yeah, what's parlay in Spanish?
You're asking me? I'm white, I swear.
But nah. That's the mic of the week. Let's jump into actually what did happen today or yesterday when everybody's watching this. And it was the day of the finals. I mean, football's not coming home, which we were so worried about.
Thank
Right.
God
I
for
mean,
that.
I need an England reaction here.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm thrilled. Harry Kane came out and said he'd trade his whole career for a trophy yesterday. And I don't know what kind of career he'd trade. He doesn't have any trophies, so he's trading 0 trophies for 1 trophy. But he didn't get it. Spain got it. Their 16-year-old midfielder with 2 assists, I believe. Like, I saw another stat. A Spanish-speaking country has won the major tournaments in soccer, every major tournament since like 2010 or 2016 or something. Like it was crazy. But then again, Italy won the Euros in 2020, so that stat was probably wrong.
Yeah, it can't be like every tournament. Didn't Germany win like the World Cup not too long ago?
2014.
Yeah.
2014.
All right, I got fake news then.
Yeah.
It's that kind of day.
Dude, I'll never forget when Germany beat Brazil like 7-1, and it like
In Brazil, yeah.
Brazilians were like killing themselves over it. It was I'll never
Literally
forget that.
hysterically crying in the stands.
That was like watching like genocide. Honestly, it was like World War III.
I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, but that may be happening to our fans in 2026. Make it out of the group, just get murdered in a
I don't know if we're that passionate as the Brazilian fans are.
Well, yeah, I mean, in Europe, it wrapped up today, but tonight, as we're recording, and tomorrow we'll already know, we got the Copa America, where I'm sure the loser of whatever country loses that will probably be some riots in the streets.
Another Spanish-speaking country is going to win.
Give us your pick, Bri.
Thomas Rodriguez still play for Colombia?
I don't know, but I really want them to win.
Well, if he does, I'll give you Colombia. If not, then Argentina's going to win.
I don't think James Rodriguez has played for them in a while.
James, don't call me James Rodriguez.
Yep.
Let's see. No, he's still there.
Is he?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if somehow Colombia wins. I don't
Look
think
at
they
James.
will, but
He has a goal.
what?
He scored a goal in the tournament.
What time's that game start?
9 p.m. Eastern tonight.
But yeah, dude, I think it's already rigged for Argentina to win. So that's why I think they'll probably win, but I'm rooting for Colombia.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take Argentina and Messi. It's kind of hard to bet against them.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes down to Nazis in hiding versus a lot of cocaine. And I'm going to take a lot of cocaine.
One way to look at it.
Wait, what was the first one?
Nazis in hiding?
Maybe they have some influence down there. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like drugging the babies and making them like superhumans. What, you think Messi was just born like that?
So some questions that nobody has the answers to, I'll tell you that.
We might have to take a trip out down to Patagonia and investigate for ourselves here.
Let's do it.
Is that a business expense, Brian? Because I'm down.
Code views for 400, 20% off your first purchase.
And we'll go on the move to find out the sports answers that you need.
Sports science, Argentina.
Views from science.
Wonder what Bill Nye's doing nowadays. Grab him too.
I don't know. He'd be a great spokesman for us.
I'm gonna Google that.
What Bill Nye or Nazis in Argentina?
What is Bill Nye up to?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, this
Like we're just going way down the deep end.
should we talk some American sports maybe?
Yeah,
He's,
I'm trying to work through the show, and then you just bring up some ridiculous shit. Like, oh my god.
Bill Nye.
I'm just trying to get to the college football game, man. Trying my best to get to the game.
What's Bill Nye doing?
Bill Nye. Bill Nye's the CEO of the Planetary Society.
That sounds about right.
It's a
I mean, it
nonprofit.
sounds on point. But why the hell is he doing that?
I don't know, man. I don't even
Wait,
know why.
planetary or planetarium?
Planetary.
Okay, that's a little better.
Dude, I don't know. Let's not be talking about Bill Nye. Let's move on.
Let's give a little MLB predictions and then jump into the college game.
Yeah, before we do that, the golf did happen today.
That's
Robert
true.
McIntyre.
McNeese State alumni Robert McIntyre wins it.
Yeah, his second win of the year.
That was so fucking funny when he won that first time.
Yeah, but that was your Michael of the week, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason you guys know.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That bag comes out, wins it again in his home country.
yeah, Rory came back this week. I believe he finished fourth. And then in live golf, Brooks Koepka was in a threesome with John Rahm and Sergio Garcia, who are both Spaniards, and he showed up wearing an England jersey. I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, Spain won anyway, so
Yeah, they get the last laugh.
they get the final laugh there.
Isn't
I mean,
bad.
I didn't watch any golf this weekend because I don't give a fuck about that course.
It was also on like super early in the morning.
Yeah, and it's just like I hate that course.
What course was it?
It's just over in Scotland and it sucks.
Oh, like the famous one in Scotland? What's that one called?
Nah, next week's at Royal Tune. That one's good.
Royal Dune?
No, Tune.
That sounds stupid. It should
That
be
one-
Dune.
That one's called the Open. The one this weekend was like horrible. I mean, Brian, am I wrong? Did you enjoy the tournament this weekend?
No, I didn't watch any of it.
There you go.
But the Open will
Uh,
probably be fun.
no, it'll be great. It'll be a lot more competitive. I'll put it this way: the tournament this weekend, the prize pool is 9 million. Next weekend, I think is like 19. So a lot more guys will be playing.
I believe the defending champion is named Brian too.
You got that going for you, bud. All right, let's do some MLB predictions.
I could bring up the standings here and we'll see. I want to hear your guys' World Series and World Series champion. I have a feeling I know what Matt's champion is going to be. Oh, apparently the MLB draft is going on.
Yeah, I was thinking about making that my Michael of the week. How the MLB draft is on and nobody knows about it because it sucks so much.
Yeah, an Australian guy with the last name that is almost Banana just got picked with the #1 pick. It's Bazana.
Guys,
That can't be good.
He isn't very good.
You're
All right,
not
let's
gonna
jump
be.
into some prediction time, Brian. AL East.
You see how the Yankees lost today? Can't pick
It's going to be
them.
the Yankees or the Orioles.
It'll be the Orioles just because I like how their fans say "oh" on the national anthem.
Yeah, I'll take the Orioles there too. I think they're the better team down the stretch.
We're clean sweeping the O's with this one.
All right, the Central, who the fuck cares? But the Guardians are probably going to win it.
Hey, I don't know if you guys recall, I didn't give it out to the public, but I sent in a couple group chats with you guys. I was calling for the Guardians to win this division, and they were like plus 250. So
Yeah.
I'm sticking with them to get it done.
If you guys are going with them, I want to as well. So give me the Guardians.
Bodes well for me with teams with stupid ass names doing well with my Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year take. But the AL West, we have the Mariners in first place, a game ahead of the Astros, and 5 games ahead of the defending champion Rangers.
While Matt thinks about this one, I'm gonna not regrettably, begrudgingly say the Houston Astros are gonna take the AL West again. But I hate the Astros, man. I never want to bet on them to win. I just think they're going to.
I'm gonna take the Rangers by the power of the returning Jacob deGrom and Josh Young.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Rangers still right there in striking distance, and now the ability of getting a couple players back healthy. 5 games is not a lot to make up. And honestly, the Mariners and the Astros this year, I just think they're okay. And whether like think the Rangers for being 5 back is right in line for where they could be a big player right at the end.
Yeah, the bottom
Yeah,
of that division, by the way, the Oakland A's, not the worst team in baseball.
Yeah.
Well, the White Sox exist, so. But Brian, I'm surprised you didn't go with the Pacific Northwest team in the Seattle Mariners. You don't think that they're bringing one home anytime soon?
Never.
Never, never again.
Never. So now what do we got?
Now we have the NL East, and I know where you're going.
I mean, it's going to be the team that's 12 and a half up or 10 up. That's the Philadelphia Phillies, best team in baseball.
Yeah,
You go, Brian.
that best team in baseball did give up 8 home runs to the Oakland A's today. First time that's happened
Yeah, they
since
threw a bullpen
1999.
game together. Bullpen game together right before a week off. Nobody was trying. Nobody cared. I mean, look at around. Nobody cared today in baseball if you watched around the league. I mean, a day before the All. It's like the day before you go on like a 4-day weekend at work. Does anything get done? Does anybody care? No.
Yeah.
Everybody's packing up for the All-Star break, get a nice week off, enjoy time with their family, maybe a small little getaway vacation, whatever. They'll be locked back in post All-Star break. I'm, not worried about today whatsoever. They were throwing AAA guys out there.
Yeah, so they're 8.5 up on the Braves, 12.5 up on the no longer gay Grimace Mets that love going, oh my God. I'm not taking the Mets to win the division. The Braves without Acuna, no. All right, yeah, I'll give it to you. The Phillies are going to win that division.
Yeah, I'm going with the Phils. It's going to be tough. I mean, we still got the whole second half of the season coming up, but or not whole second half, but you know what I mean. The second all after the All-Star break we got coming up, so there's plenty of time for them to blow that 8-game lead. But let me not forget the half. I know Matt's big on his half games. 8.5 game lead. Give me the Phils.
All right, two left.
Why would you forget about something that exists? Always got to talk about the hook.
Don't forget the hook.
They are only 8 ahead in the loss column, so there's not a hook there. But in the NL Central, the Brewers are ahead, but not by much. The Cardinals are 4.5 behind. The Pirates are 6.5 behind, and the Reds and Cubs are both 8 behind. So it's kind of a shit show down there, but the Brewers look like the best team. Guess I'll go with the Brewers, but I don't like it.
I'll take a stab on the Cardinals. Brewers have been there for too long and done nothing with it. I'll take a shot with the Cardinals.
I'll go with the Brewers. I mean, I really don't like any of these NL Central teams, but I guess to win the division, yeah, give me the Brewers.
Yeah, I know Myers, Section 400 member Zach Myers gave out the Reds as a World Series team, I believe, in the preseason.
Oh, he's still giving it out.
And I mean, to their credit, they have a plus 38 run differential. Their expected win-loss is much better than their actual record of 47-50. So, I mean, if they can get hot, they are 8 behind, but, if they could sweep the Brewers in a series, maybe they make a run. And then the NL West, we really don't even have to talk about. It's the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And the Padres make a run?
They've lost, I think, 7 of their last 8. I guess the break's coming at the right time, but I don't know.
I would definitely put money on the Padres to do it over the Diamondbacks, but I still think that this is a lot like your division where, the Dodgers, the Phils, they got enough of a lead at this point. They got good enough team at this point. It's going to be tough for them to blow this lead.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well then for our World Series picks, Jack, I'll go to you first because you have the least bias here. What is your World Series?
Oh, man. Dude, just because I don't want to see it be the Yankees, give me the O's out of the AL. And out of the NL, between Philadelphia and LA, it's probably who I'm between. Me, chalk guy. So give me Philly, honestly. Philly will make a World Series, but they'll lose it to the O's.
In terms of content and just our happiness, I think that might be one of the better scenarios for this October. But Matt, I'm sure you are singing a different tune.
Yeah, I am because the Phillies have shown no reason not to be considered a contender and a favorite to win it all this year. So, they're obviously for me. I'd be a fraud if I didn't pick them, but actually have a good feeling about them as well. And I think they'll be coming out of the NL. They just swept the Dodgers. Toughest atmosphere in the playoffs, and that's not even bias at this point. It's just been proven that that's the case. So. Give me the Phils out of the NL. Out of the AL is interesting because there's still some sleepers out there. Like I think the Astros could get hot. I think like we talked about, the Rangers can get hot. What are some of those other teams doing out there that are in wild card spots? Are they going to be good? Are they going to be bad down the stretch? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's tough out of the AL. Like, what are the Royals going to get hot? Make a run? I mean, are the Guardians going to keep it up? What do the Yankees end up doing if they get in the playoffs and it just turns into a Juan Soto show? So there's a lot out there. Baseball is unpredictable. I'm going to say Yankees-Phillies World Series rematch 09.
Don't hate that.
Phils are getting their revenge, though.
I think
that would be your worst possible World Series, Brian.
No, I would hate my life more than I did last playoffs when all the other NL East teams were in there. I think there's only one way for me to go with my prediction, and it would I don't know. I don't know what the next podcast after, if this did happen, would be like, but it would probably be me. The most happy I've been in my life. It's going to be the New York Mets beating that team from the Pacific Northwest, the Seattle Mariners, in Game 7 of the World Series. To not only bring the Mets to the World Series, but further prove the Pacific Northwest is never winning another championship.
That's outrageous.
That's so ridiculous.
I mean, two teams in the playoffs if the season ended today. So that's all you got to do is get in.
Unbelievable.
I'm not even responding to that. I'm not even entertaining that.
I'd love to see it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know it.
The Brewers have no offense.
They
Score
don't,
like
but the
3
Mariners
runs a
don't
game.
either. Yeah, the Mariners don't either.
Or what did I say? The
You
Brewers
said
or
the Brewers. I mean, that's
I
also
meant the
true.
Mariners. I meant the Mariners.
I know you meant the Mariners, but yeah, the
But
Brewers, they got pitching.
they have pitching, but their offense. I mean, dude, they get hyped up for Cal Raleigh hitting home runs from both sides of the plate. Like that's their offense.
Yeah, all they got to do is get a little hot once October strikes. That pitching stays good, and you just hit a couple home runs.
Like they got a guy named Dylan Moore that they call Demo. Like the guy's horrible.
The guy's horrible. Oh my god.
I haven't plugged Auburn yet. I believe they have Ryan Bliss. That may be wrong now that I say it. Yeah, he's on the Mariners. War Eagle. Ryan Bliss. They're making the
War
World
Eagle.
Series.
And losing.
And losing.
And losing. Interesting.
Oh, man.
Is that all right?
We need football back.
Ridiculousness.
Also, I also like if Brian's on
Like that.
That's fire. If Brian's on like a fucking rant, Matt just grabs the ball and shoots it and just starts playing basketball while Brian
Yeah, just like ignore me.
yeah. Well, Brian's just going on a rant about how shitty the Mets are and they're in a rebuild season. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you go on like this long rant. Nah, I like that.
All right, so if you guys couldn't tell, I think we need some football back, and football is almost back. We have the college football game coming out soon, and the players of that game, which I'm sure I'm going to be buying it, I'm sure you guys might be at least partaking in it, might realize some of these schools have transitioned conferences. We have a lot of new programs in new places. So I figured we'd play a little game, see which one of you guys could score more points here. I have 7 schools, and I want you to tell me what conference they are in this season. And we are not doing Texas. We are not doing Oklahoma. So Jack does not have a free SEC point here.
All Power 5?
They are all in Power 5 conferences. Well, 6 of them are in Power 5, and the 7th is a group of 5. So it's not like it's none of these really small conferences. Like you'll know the conference.
You're not giving me some Tuesday action?
Yeah, I'm not giving you Maction. I'm not giving you the Horizon League. I'm not giving you the Sun Belt.
You're not giving me the action on Tuesday in the middle of December?
No. But I don't actually think the MAC stayed intact throughout this realignment.
The MAC stayed intact.
MAC is staying intact. But the first school, I don't know who wants to go first here, or if you guys just want to buzz in.
You got it, Jack.
All right, Jack.
Sure.
What conference do the SMU Mustangs play in now?
Ooh.
Did you say X or S?
SMU.
SMU.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I was like, what the fuck is X?
Damn. I want to say the Big 12.
That is incorrect, Matt, for the steal.
They are in the definitely not the Big 12. I thought maybe they might have moved to the Big 12.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that what we're guessing?
No, yeah, we are. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Because like that's what my guess was gonna be.
Oh, okay.
Big 12. So I'm just thinking because I'm just thinking that out loud. But all right. Are you allowed to tell us what conference they moved out of?
If it'll help. I mean, they moved out of the AAC.
Okay, see, because I was going to potentially guess that. I'm going to go with the ACC.
Yeah, that's correct.
That was my other guess. Damn it.
See, that's why I didn't want to guess American, because I was like, wait, they played in there. Did they come out of that? That'll be a good conference for them.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. It's I was thinking ACC. They're kind of on the likes of like a Clemson or a Duke in that sort of profile. So I can understand that move. That makes sense. They're just a little west. That's why I figured they're not really on the Atlantic coast. So I wasn't sure they were going to be on the Atlantic coast.
Throw geography out the window with the conference realignment. It's money, not geographic.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I guess I'll Matt for a chance to go up 2-0 here. Our beloved Washington Huskies moved out of the Pac-12. Where do they play football now?
Not the SEC, I don't think. Did they go to the Big Ten?
They did. Matt's up 2-0. All right, Jack. I honestly didn't mean to do this, but I think the first pick here got the rougher end of the straw. Arizona State.
Arizona State. The freaking Sun Devils. Bro, what? Like nothing makes sense. I'm trying to not a single conference makes sense for them. Dude, I'm just gonna go back to the well. Is it the Big 12?
Yep, it is. Good thing you went back to the well. All right, we got
I
2-1.
didn't want to double down, but fuck, that was the one that made the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they'll do in the Big 12, but it
That's
can't
going to be a tough conference for them to compete in.
Yeah.
They can't be much worse than they were in the Pac-12, I guess. So at least they have that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot of these teams are going to struggle. I bet SMU struggles in the ACC. I bet Washington will be all right. Well, they sort of got their entire program gutted,
Yeah.
coach and all their best players, but I don't know. Maybe they'll be all right in the Big Ten.
Could be. All right, Matt. Another West Coast team, UCLA.
UCLA, they also went to the Big Ten.
They did. All right, Matt's up 3-1.
Good guess.
But here's what should be a gimme, Jack. Auburn plays them this year. Cal.
Not a gimme. Did Cal go to the ACC?
They did. All right, it's 3-2. And this could be the hardest of them all. Our good old troops, Matt. Where does Army play football now?
Army is in the is it a power conference?
Yes.
What?
It's a conference you know.
Well, yeah, I'm between two here. Is it the bigger of the two?
I'm not going to tell you that.
At least tell me this. You can tell me this. What are the power conferences that you consider? That's not giving anything away. That's just explaining power conferences.
For the sake of this exercise, I consider like 8 conferences power conferences.
Okay.
Oh.
See, so that's like a lot more than I was thinking. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Mountain West.
No. All right, Jack. This is for the tie to force the bonus round.
Brother, I don't have a fucking idea.
Oh, wait, actually, I lied. We got one more. So you can miss this and still force the bonus round.
Yeah, I don't have an idea. Where does Army play football now? Dude, I don't even know. I'm just gonna say the ACC again.
One letter off, the AAC.
They're going to be horrible.
Yeah, they don't throw the ball, so that could be difficult for them.
Dude, they're gonna come up against teams that are just gonna like light them up for 400 yards through the air, and they're gonna be rattled.
All right, well, Jack, this is your pick, and this is to force the bonus round. Where does Deion Sanders' program, Colorado, play?
In Boulder, Colorado.
What conference? But good job.
Is it?
I think I know this one.
Is it the Big Ten?
No.
No. Damn.
Didn't they go to the Big 12?
They did. 5-3, Matt win.
Damn.
I kind of want to ask you guys the bonus round anyway. Can you name me the
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
The 2 remaining members of the Pac-12? Can you name me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Utah?
No.
It's
because they just moved them into the Mountain West.
They're still in they're in the Pac-12, but they're playing teams in the Mountain West
teams.
Yeah.
Isn't it Washington State is one of them?
That's one.
I was just about to say that. Washington State and first I got to think of who's in the Pac-12. Oregon State?
There you go.
Yeah.
And Oregon State was top 10 at one point last year with DJ
Ukulele.
Yeah, who was horrible. I mean, their team was known for their defense.
Gardner Minshew came out of Washington State, and he's leading the Las Vegas Raiders now.
It's a great mustache locker room. Him and Aiden O'Connell.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Not a
But-
great quarterback locker room, but great mustaches nonetheless.
Let's go.
Yeah, in honor of college football 25 coming out, like we mentioned, we are doing the 4 and 400 of the programs we would like to rebuild the most in the game. Now, these are just our opinions. They're not your opinions, so don't yell at us if your favorite team's not on the list. Like every 4 and 400, it's very subjective. As Matt likes to say, it's violently subjective. So just let us be. Don't yell at us for the picks. Yell at us for a bad list, but don't yell at us because your favorite team got left off the list.
People always write on the comments and say, "How did you not pick this thing?" That's what we're here for. Your comments, your frustration. We'll be your therapist. Yeah. Little 4 and 400, presented by Views from Section 400, SeatGeek. The whole nine. Why? What is so funny?
I don't know. Every time you say presented by Views from Section 400, it's funny.
What are we presented by, Brian? What would you like me to say?
No, it's just funny the way you like the cadence of it. I don't know. I just think it's funny.
All right. Best rebuilds. Let's get into it. All right, Brian.
Okay.
On the clock, 4 and 400. Brian's on the clock. The best team he wants to rebuild in the brand new college football game. Brian, let's hear it.
Yeah, and I guess in memory of Jacoby Jones, but we talked about death earlier. So I'm going with Marshall.
Damn, man, I wanted them on my list. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, very, very subjective lists here. I don't.
You hate it. You hate it.
Matt hates it. I liked it. That was on my list. Not a 101, but on the list.
They are also called the Thundering Herd. I mean, that's a pretty sick nickname.
That is a pretty cool name. No, I mean, dude, there's a lot out there, right? And I don't know. Do I want to go to low-level power conference team, or do I really want to drive it in home? I have a few that I'm thinking of that I don't know which one I want to go with because I feel like it's going to get stolen in the back end. I'm trying to think of like a great rebuild. I got a good one, a fun one. Rebuild Alabama because they lost Nick Saban.
Okay, well, I hate everything about that, but I'm
Yeah,
glad
so
you
do
took
I.
that. Brian, I'm just shocked that you didn't go with this one at the 101. It's Auburn. It's got to be Auburn. I mean, I understand that you don't want to admit that like we have to sort of rebuild it, but we're talking about a video game, and there's nothing more that I would want to do than pick Auburn, be in Jordan Hare, watch that eagle fly around, and dominate for the next 30 years. 30 years, 30 straight national championships. I love it. I love everything about it. Yeah, Auburn's my number one.
Yeah, I know we jumped in there really quick there, but I want to know why me picking Alabama as a rebuild is a horrible pick.
Just they've won however many national championships in the last however many years.
Yeah, and now they just lost their coach, and now it's time for a rebuild. It's a great team to rebuild right now.
They're
They just
projected
got-
to
they
win
just got
11
our-
games this year.
Yeah, they got our Washington Huskies coach. They don't need you.
Just saying, great team to come in and rebuild right now.
No, I understand. That's and the way you framed it too. That's a fair pick. But I got
So
two
suck
here.
it, Brian.
I think it's a horrible pick.
I still hate the
Auburn
pick.
sucks.
Take it back. No. All right. Well, with the second pick or the first pick in the second round, give me Hawaii. Yes, I'm gonna be playing football in Hawaii. Gonna make teams travel however long over to come play me, and I bet if college football did it right, they got some nice views when you play in or as Hawaii.
You should move the stadium to the island of Hawaii on a volcano. I don't know if you could do that anymore, but that'd be pretty cool.
What do you think this is college football, Brian? This isn't like Minecraft.
Well, like Madden, you can move the stadiums.
Can you?
Yeah. That would be the show. You can make your own stadium now.
I did know that,
We're living in
but
the future, my friend.
I didn't think you could literally pick up a stadium and put it on a volcano. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm
you ever
taking Hawaii.
Yeah, well, with my second pick, I'm going to bring the University of Miami back on the map, bring it back to the early 2000s, and rebuild the Miami program and bring them back to glory, back to to Greg Olson rapping in the locker room days.
if your hoe only knows she was
Great
getting
artist.
fucked on the
Yeah, they had some really upstanding citizens on that team. Shout out
Ellen,
Aaron
we're bringing
Hernandez.
back them same kind of boys to this new build.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I kind of went in the same direction as you, except that the team with a little less success. I'm taking UNLV just because I feel like the parties after we bring that program to the top or the top of the college football world would be insane.
Well, you wouldn't get there because the players would get arrested. So
Well, that's what makes it even better.
no, because mid-season the player gets arrested, and then you don't have the player for the rest of the year. What
Look
do
at
you think? They're
Georgia.
only
I mean, Georgia, half their players get arrested and they're still winning 11 games a year.
I guess so, dude.
And then with my third pick, shout out, second time Zach Morris has been brought up in this podcast, but Chris Youngblood, before he transferred to UCF, played at Kennesaw State.
Do they even have a football team?
They have the worst rated football team in the game.
Nice. Let's see you bring them to glory. I guess this is what, my third pick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why don't we go with a team who just fell out of they fell out of favor and nobody talks about them anymore, but they need to be brought to glory, and that's Boise State.
Okay, that's a hell of a pick. The blue field. It's gonna be tough
Yeah,
staring at
man.
that.
I mean, we all remember it growing up. Get them back on the map.
Yeah,
It's gonna be tough staring at that.
that's
while
what
you're
I was
playing.
about to say. I thought about them, but then you got to stare at that field the whole time, and it's just
Field's awesome.
it's
Yeah.
fine. I don't know.
All right. Well, with my
Better
third
than
and
Auburn
fourth-
Stadium.
Oh, stop it. It's just not true. Matt, you're lying.
I'm not even.
Hey, man. Opinions are opinions.
All right. Well, I'm going with two teams I thought would have been taken right by now, but I'm happy they weren't. Number 3, give me Rutgers. I know we
Yeah.
already shouted them out once on this pod, but I'll do it again. You know, they were electric growing up in Jersey. They always had a gritty ass football team. Going to games was fun, but they were never like that team. You know, they never won natties. And I want to see them get one. The great state of New Jersey deserves it. So I'm going with Rutgers in the 3 spot. And in the 4 spot, this is probably my least favorite pick, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going with Colorado, University of Colorado with Dion. And I think that I saw that they have like their own little special, things that they can do if you're playing as Colorado, like celebrations and all that. So, of course, Dion gets that shit in the game. And yeah, give me them. They'll probably be a fun team to play as.
All right, last one. Got to be a haymaker here, right? Trying to think of some of those programs who have fallen out of favor, who used to be powerhouses, and nobody really talks about them anymore. And
TCU.
nah, because they had their 15 minutes of fame. That's what I would call their football program.
You mean a team that had it going for them and now is no longer like a Georgetown when it comes to college basketball?
Sure. I think exactly like that. But I'm between two schools. I think I'm going to go with the University of South Carolina. I feel like they used to be very good and kind of fallen off over the years, even though some very good talents, Jadeveon Clowney, Alshon Jeffrey, just to name a few studs who translated to the NFL. Sure, I'm missing some. But yeah. Okay.
Who'd you say?
Brandon McAway.
Who?
Exactly. Who is all you need to know.
No, I actually just can't hear what you're saying.
Brandon McAway.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah. You don't really need to know.
bro, like Debo Samuel is a South Carolina alum that would be acceptable. Who the fuck is Brandon McQuaid?
McAway.
McAway.
He was a kid that grew up in our area and then went to college there and played there and flopped as a football player.
Oh, so this guy didn't even make the NFL.
No, he got
No.
drafted by the Mets and then he tried to play baseball.
Ridiculous.
Shout out Brandon McAway.
Yeah. That's my 4 and 400. I thought these would be better, but honestly, this list is just like so subjective. Like you pick whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I got one more, and I'm going to pick Arizona State for the STDs, and because I want to move the stadium to the Grand Canyon, because there would be no better home field advantage than that echo of the canyon.
STDs and TDs.
There
Nice.
There you have it. The Section 400 votes on the 4 in 400, and that's the best rebuilds we could possibly think of. Are they the best? Let us know in the comments below because we want to hear what we left out because we can read your guys' minds. Other than that, I don't have much more. Brian, you want to sign us off here because I got nothing left.
Yeah, I can't talk. I think we definitely need football back after that atrocity of a show. But we appreciate everybody for sticking along and getting through it with us. We're only a month away. Hard Knocks is right around the corner. And we got a lot of stuff planned here in the Nosebleeds. So get ready because it's a lot of content coming at you very soon. It's been Brian, Matt, Jack. I'm out of here. I'm about to go to bed. You guys got anything left?
No, I'm going to start a new thing on the show, though. I'm going on a hot streak. See how many shows in a row I can hit a basket before leaving. Here we go, number 1. That's 1. We go for number 2 in the second show. I'm out. Peace.